everyone. So, how do you get out of your head? I'm not the only one in this, and you're not the only one in this either. So many times we are so much into our heads, and we might be feeling sad, we might have received bad news. So this is what I do, my top 5 tips, practical tips on how to kind of clear your head, get out of your head. So this is Maria, and you are in Politude. I'm gonna go through what I do in this case. The thing is that so many of my friends, they tell me that I'm positive, and I am a positive person most of the time. That does not mean that bad things are not happening to me, or that I'm not receiving bad news quite often, or I'm not sad so many times. That happens quite a bit. The thing is that I don't like staying in a situation like that, so I'm always trying to find ways to kind of deal with it, go through this and get onto the positive side. So these are the tips I'm going to give you today. You can try straight away. They're all free, they're all available to you, and you will see a huge difference straight away with so many of them. So I'm going to start with number 5. So I'm going to go from 5 to 1. So number 5 is when I'm not feeling great, or if I have received some bad news, or if I'm a bit sad, I would like to watch a film. That's the one thing I will do straight away. So I might recommend, you listen to an album you like, or just read a book you like, but for me is a film. So it's something about watching somebody else's story there that gives me a little bit of space, and I kind of forget for a moment what is happening to me, but at the same time it is a nice distraction. You don't want to stay there, of course, but I want to give myself a little bit of space. So, and then get a little bit out of my situation and see it like with a more clear eyes. So watching a film is one of my tips. It doesn't matter if it's like comedy or drama or something, as long as it's something completely different to what is happening just now. It will give you a little bit like of this nice safe distance you want to for yourself and for your thoughts. So number 4 is take a shower. I know, so easy, so crazy. It's a bath or a shower, whatever it is just it's the water on your body and your mind. It clears everything out. So many times I will not feel great, I might go for a shower, everything will change afterwards. So it's about taking this time for yourself. Also, just spending your time in a quiet place as well, if you are in a busy household, but also is psychological as well. It's the water, but also the smells of the shampoo or the shower gel or whatever. It changes your mood a little bit and clears your mind in a way. Okay, so that's getting you out of your head a little bit. Number 3 is write things down. That's super amazing, super magical. Write your thoughts down. I would recommend not writing them on the computer or something electronic. I don't think it feels the same. I do prefer writing, like pen and paper, things down, and it's so easy. You don't need to have a notebook or something. Just find a scrap paper and just write things down. That way, it really helps you understand your situation. You don't want to escape the situation. You want to see exactly, you want to feel exactly where you are. You need to feel the feelings, but then you want to see them in front of you. You want to be able to read them back, but also at the same time you empty your mind with those thoughts, because so many times we're just going around the same thought over and over and over, and you feel like you think it's too many thoughts, but in the end it's just one, it's just a repetitive one. So get it out, have it in front of you, empty your head with that. So that gives you a little bit more space after that to start thinking of other things, and hopefully something more positive. Number 2 of practical tip is talk to someone. Talk to someone in your family, in your friends or spouse. Talk to somebody else that you trust and you want to share some feelings. It's always helpful if you want to do it, or if you can't do it. Sometimes, the cause of the troubles might be our friends and family around us, so you want to take some time away from all that. But yes, talk to somebody, text a friend, ask for a Zoom call or something. That way you kind of ask for help from somebody that knows you. It's a support, a psychological support. A friend might tell you some good things just to see a little bit the positive side of it. So it's about getting these ideas and thoughts externally in this case. So, and number one, my go-to number one thing I do when I want to get out of my head is to go for a walk outside. And I cannot stretch this enough, and I say this to all my friends all the time. This is so helpful. It's magical. It changes your mood straight away, and it clears your mind straight away. So, and the reason for that, right? I know I might feel like, oh yeah, whatever. Thanks, Maria. That's amazing. It is. Trust me. Just try it though for yourself. So when I don't feel great, I know that if I do that, I will instantly come back home and I will feel absolutely a little bit happier. And we're talking about small steps, right? You're not gonna go from 0 to 10 straight away. You need to give yourself time. But this one works really well, but it has to be outside. Outside because outside you don't know what's going to happen. So it's the element of surprise there. You might meet people, you might see people you don't know, you might see nature, you might be seeing trees, flowers, whatever. But these are the vision, like the pictures, and it's your vision is going to be different, which going to give you some different thoughts, and hopefully a little bit more positive. That will get you a little bit out of your head. So what I do, and an example, yesterday I wasn't feeling that great. I took a walk, and as I was walking in my wider neighborhood here, so I could see in a garden outside, it was a little girl like cycling, smiling, being happy. Seeing that, getting this vision in my head, I was like, okay, yeah. Things are not too bad, not for everyone. There is some hope there. Or walking a few meters down, you will see somebody like a beginner runner. I love seeing those people where they really try to do the best for themselves, starting with small steps, being so courageous to do that. And then, you might see other people. You might see somebody smiling at you. You might see an older person trying to carry some shopping bags. Anything like those small stories where you realize you get connected a little bit with this person. It's like, this is another story there. What is my story? What is the connection there? So just, don't think about yourself too much there, or at least think about yourself, in a different context. So other things, if you don't want to see people, although I have to say, like seeing somebody else smile on the street, that makes my day most of the time. Of course, now, side note, we have to wear masks. Unfortunately, that was devastating news for me because I love seeing people's smiles. But there is a flip side to this. People will be communicating with their eyes from now on, so we just need to be more aware of how people look at you. So anyway, that was just a parenthesis. But yeah, being outside, there is the element of surprise. So give yourself this opportunity. Also, you might see a flower or a tree that you really like, or a color you really like. I was walking the other day and I saw a blue door and I'm like, oh, great, I love this color. So small things. Let yourself be surprised. Allow yourself to be surprised. So by being outside, also the other benefits is that you get some fresh air. You take a few deep breaths, always helps the mind. You move, your body is moving, the blood is circulating much better. So, and all the visionary, opportunities you have out there is just magic. So you come back home half an hour later, or anything, and you could be feeling completely different. You're out of your head, you have put things into perspective. And the most amazing thing, this is why you're doing all that. You want to be moving from this sad state, or like this dark place where there is no escape, no way out. You just want to move to a stage of hope, seeing that child outside, that little woman running or something. Like, this is hope. And then from then on, your mind opens up, and then you move on to the creative thinking. And this is the state where I want to be most of the time. Creative thinking is when you open your mind and you start thinking of solutions for yourself. And this is when lots of good things can happen, because then you find your own solutions, you understand where you have been, you understand who you are, and how you can move forward. So that's what I wanted to say. I'm gonna close this. This is what I do, this is what has worked for me all the time, always works for me. I cannot, all the steps you can use, they're all free. But, my number one will be go for a walk outside. And especially now with lockdown and everything, it's okay. It's still a thing we can do. Everyone has access to that. So that's what I wanted to say. I would be really, really curious to read what are your go-to tips to go out of your head. So use the comment space below and just write me your number one. What do you do? Something easy, something people can follow. Let's start a conversation, so let's all help each other with small tips. All this is so easy, really practical. You can do it straight away. One afternoon, you start feeling better straight away. And one day, if you haven't seen a change or a massive change, do that again. Keep doing it every time, as many times you need to. So use the comments below for your ideas and thoughts. Let me know. I will be really, really glad to read those. Also, if you like this video, if you found value in that and just hit the like button. As easy as that. If you want to see more of the videos, that's just the first one, but I will be creating more and more videos on similar topics. So please hit this red button here, the subscribe button, so that way you get notifications for when a new video is coming up. If you're new to this is how it works. So thank you so much for your time. I hope you're well. Stay safe. See you soon. Thank you.